In recent years, many states have passed laws legalizing marijuana for medical or recreational use. Supporters celebrated these changes, claiming legalization would address medical needs, correct unjust drug laws, and provide access to a natural substance supposedly safer than tobacco. Despite these claims, I have always had serious concerns about marijuana legalization. From the beginning, I opposed legalization for several reasons. First, marijuana was already available for legitimate medical purposes through doctors when it was truly needed. Second, many of the loudest advocates I observed were not focused on medicine or justice, but on personal drug use. In high school, I spent time around people whose primary goal was getting high. Their lives revolved around drugs, and they put minimal effort into education, work, or personal responsibility. Based on those experiences, it seemed obvious that making marijuana more accessible would only increase the number of people trapped in similar patterns of behavior. One of the most common arguments for legalization is that marijuana is natural and grows from the ground. However, many harmful substances are natural. Poison mushrooms, poison oak, poison ivy, and plants such as holly, yew, pokeweed, and belladonna all grow naturally. Their existence in nature does not make them safe or beneficial for human consumption. Simply because something is natural does not mean it is good. Some plants exist primarily as deterrents to animals, while others have limited or highly specific uses. Certain plants cause obvious and immediate harm, while others act more subtly over time. Holly berries, for example, can be eaten by birds but are harmful to humans in sufficient quantities. A small amount may cause little effect, but larger doses can lead to nausea, diarrhea, or even death in children. Over time, repeated consumption could be fatal. Fortunately, their unpleasant taste discourages most people from eating them. Belladonna, also known as deadly nightshade, is even more dangerous. All parts of the plant are poisonous, yet it is visually appealing, with attractive leaves, flowers, and berries. The berries are sweet and resemble cherries, making them especially deceptive. Even small amounts can cause severe effects, including headaches, hallucinations, loss of balance, and disruption of involuntary bodily functions, such as breathing. While some people survive small doses, the damage can be long-lasting or permanent. The point is that not all poisons kill immediately. Some act slowly, causing harm over months or years, while others impair the body without an instant fatal outcome. Marijuana, in my view, falls into this category. It has been promoted as a harmless or even miraculous drug, while many of its side effects were minimized or ignored during legalization efforts. Research shows that marijuana has a wide range of side effects depending on dosage, method of use, and individual susceptibility. Common effects include intoxication that alters perception of time, impairs thinking and memory, and reduces coordination. THC can cause anxiety, paranoia, panic, distrust, or hallucinations. Physical side effects include increased appetite, elevated heart rate, and respiratory problems. Smoking marijuana damages lung tissue similarly to tobacco and contributes to cardiovascular problems, such as high blood pressure and rapid heart rate. It has also been linked to gastrointestinal issues, including acid reflux, pancreatitis, and peptic ulcers, as well as increased cancer risk. Mental health effects are particularly concerning. Marijuana use has been linked to psychosis and schizophrenia and can trigger psychotic episodes, especially in individuals with existing mental health conditions. It is also associated with increased depression. Additionally, secondhand exposure can cause contact highs and even positive drug test results for bystanders who do not wish to participate. From personal experience, I have seen marijuana worsen symptoms in people who already struggle with mental illness. Beyond individual health effects, legalization has had significant societal consequences. Marijuana is now smoked openly in many public spaces. Despite laws against intoxicated driving, it is common to see and smell people using it on the road. Law enforcement often appears to ignore these violations. Businesses frequently tolerate marijuana use, even though its odor is far more pungent than tobacco. Apartment complexes often fail to enforce no-smoking policies, leaving tenants exposed to the smell and health effects. In my own case, I am moving because my landlord refuses to enforce a no-smoking policy, and the city will not uphold the lease agreement. The smell of marijuana has become nearly unavoidable. Even people who defend legalization often object when their neighbors smoke near their homes or ventilation systems. The promised wonderland of legalization has not materialized. Instead, many communities feel worse off. While some people recognize these problems, few are willing to push back or demand stronger regulation. There is, however, some encouraging news. A woman in Washington, D.C., successfully sued a neighbor for smoking marijuana, and the court ruled that he could no longer smoke on his property. This case sets an important precedent. More people should stand up against the negative effects of marijuana use and demand accountability when it infringes on others' health and quality of life.